Hey people, it's Sunday and I'm back because I'm energized. It's the 12th of February. Cheers. Oh, first cup is almost empty. I usually remember to refill if it's that way before I speak, but um, listen to this. This is from our session yesterday, me and Blake. We got something going here. Been trying to pin Blake down and James. He and James are kind of a duo item when it comes to horns. They play, like I said, they do a lot of work together as well as separately. But finally got Blake. I've known James longer, and I'm real close to James too. James is a mad scientist. No, he literally is a scientist, a retired science teacher and a brainiac and a stunning saxophone player. But he's really scattered. And so it's really been hard to get him to commit to following things up. I met Blake through James, actually, and started playing with Blake on one of James's projects, which morphed into Chemicals, which was co-owned by everyone, sort of led by me, and then it fell apart because of some personal issues. But even back then, James had this body of work that I was impressed with. And still, I says, why don't you finish any of this up? Finish this up and get it out. And it's still the case. Well, finally, I got Blake to bring his horn over here because, like I say, we hang out. But finally, I said, when you bring your horn over? It was after a recent exchange we had where I really found out that we're truly friends, where Blake was having some personal issues and brought it to me, you know what I'm saying? In a very real human way. And it's like, okay, we're real. So once we got past that point, it's like, and I got Blake to bring his horn over here and see what's really going on over at this house, which is music. This is the house of music. I have all these records, but I make a lot of music, and um, so we're making an album. You know, I already have one album basically done. I say basically because the final mixing is not done. The final mix for to send to the master, my final mix before I send it to a master, is not done. I can do that almost any time. I'm I'm just about I've just about found the art that I want. That's the other component. There's no hurry. But now I'm mounting this project, and we're making an album. We discussed it. He came over again last night, which is rare, to get a CD burn of the day because he had to leave for work before I could burn him one when we were done with the session. And we listened, and we're both very excited. There's pieces on this album that could be released by ECM. That one that you just heard, it makes me think of ECM. It's not all going to be like that. There's some beat oriented stuff. And Blake says he has a composition to present. I'm waiting for it, but this is fun and exciting. And this suppose he says he's coming over today for a third day in a row to work. I'm ready for him. I love making music. And it's one of my secrets. It's not a secret. It's not my secret. It's one of the secrets to longevity. And I think to balance is to have a, a form of self-expression. It could be building things. It could be planting. Um, it could be planting, gardening. It could be caring for animals. It could be anything that fulfills you. But if all you do is watch TV, no wonder we have such a nation of confusion, because we have way too many people not doing anything self-fulfilling. So this is really wonderful. Really enjoying um, the music making part, and I kind of enjoy. I'm enjoying blowing Blake's mind because, like I said, I've known him for a few years now. But I have a backlog, and I'm surprising myself. I have a lot of material, and I'll be thinking. I was just talking to Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie, about this. About how my perspective towards what I do has grown and become more clear, which is I do good work. Um, Things that I thought were kind of throwaway, I go back and listen. It's like, oh wow, this is pretty good. Same thing happened when Blake came back last night. There was one piece that we started on the day before where I was thinking, well, maybe this isn't so good. Maybe this is kind of weak on my part. And we listened to it. It was like we got swept away, and I was like, man, I just need to be quiet and just make music. So I'm excited. I don't have any records to show you except to. I just got the stuff from you, God in Hackney folks, and someone else sent me a record. I'll show them. Um, I know that you folks, you say the Mighty Avon Jr., this is not a new release. You said you didn't send it to me for a review. You said that you wanted me to have it, thinking that I would appreciate it. My first needle drop is yes. This work is not frivolous. This is these people's art. I get that right away. I got a new single from the God in Hackney. I like this right away. I like the feeling. I forget the fella's name. He gave me. Well, I like God in Hackney. Now the way that I'm responding to them. See how I just flow? Thought I was done. Nathaniel, I feel you. I do. I like your work. I don't quite get what the words are about, but the way that you're singing and the way you guys are playing, I feel it. I like it. And it's like I would dig playing this music with you. I don't know what this is about. All the things you thought you knew arranged as objects on a table in front of you. That's cool. I like it. God in Hackney. I mean, that's not a real nuanced review, but I like this. I think that's what you need to know. I mean, if you're picking up on my vibe and you kind of like my trajectory regarding music, check this out, God in Hackney. But the other thing that's been getting played when I'm not working is the new Kalela. She was on Fallon. I hope this worked for her. I hope she has a commercial breakthrough. I hope Kalela makes some money. I hope Kalela can blow up and become an artist of the day. She is badass. She's sexy as hell, but it's her owning her sexiness. It's not her being trashy sexy, especially not the kind of shitty sexy for boneheaded men, and I mean it like that. There's a lot of misogyny and sex in music and in entertainment that I do not like. That is disrespectful. That's the way it is to me, you know. If ladies want to get up and twerk their ass with pride, that's one thing. And I think I can tell. It's another when you're debasing yourself just for some money or because you think you'll get something you need. Big difference. Kalela owns her sex. her sexuality and her sexiness, and she's powerful. I love this new album. This is already for me one of the albums of the year, along with Mana Mirage's autobiography. Now, so far, the rest of the album, there's several songs like so far. It's like they're not really coming into focus. It's like, oh, this is pretty good. Kind of like this is for the club, this is for that. But the overall picture of this album is very strong. And I'm just like More Mother. I want to champion Kelela along with More Mother and some of these other artists that you hear me going on about, because this is quality stuff that can enrich beyond entertainment. It's not a bad thing to be entertained, but we're the times. We're living in really really shallow, shitty times where we need to check ourselves, and people really would do well to be more introspective and want to do some self-educating. That's definitely not popular. Self-growth is not popular. And I just like music and art that can stimulate that area of the brain in a person. It doesn't always happen the way I think it would happen for others. I always say that we're different. So that's why I say when I show the Kelela, and the main response maybe from other folks is, oh, she's sexy, oh, she's this, she's that. Well, she's that, but there's something else here. There's something deep here. And you'll catch it if you're open to it. You'll catch it. She is badass. Okay. So that's my Sunday. Had a good Zoom with my family. And then it was funny yesterday. Well, that's a whole nother story. I have to fix my front door. Okay, people. Take care. Have a good Sunday, Monday. Take care.